check. Can everyone hear me? Just doing a mic check here. Okay, thank you very much. Welcome, ESL, to the super late model practice session. As this session is almost over, and then we will get to racing. If you see any issues with your paint, car number, or driver name, please contact me so I can get it fixed. The plan is to start the season next week sometime. I don't have a date yet. I will be going through each car once the race starts. Um, I don't have a start date yet for the season, but I'll have one sometime this weekend. This practice session is over, and we will start qualifying. It's a 2-lap qualifier. This is how the season will work. We'll have a little practice to start each race, and then we'll have the 2-lap qualifier, and then we'll have our main race, featured race. And it'll be the same both for late lap models and super late models. We'll put out the way we're going to score these races. It's probably going to be looking like straight up points because the playoff system just doesn't work the same without the stages, and I don't want to do stages on late models, so we will have some bonus points though that drivers can earn during the race. But it's definitely looking like straight up points, and I'll be putting that info out very soon. And it is Ani Escola on the pole for the practice race. We are at USA International Speedway. About 3/4 of a mile track. Most of our tracks will be, if you're a super late model fan or a late model fan in real life, most of the tracks about 1/4 to a mile. Well, those are the lengths of the tracks for these types of cars. But I'll be back in a second here for the start of the race. We are back as you hear the cars revving their engines. It's a 27 car field. Both series will have 27 cars. We're only going 30 laps for race one. Once we really start, it'll be 70 laps. There are no pit stops unless your car, unless you get into a wreck, you're gonna have to go onto pit road. And depending, I've seen sometimes cars pit late if there's a late caution, because each pit crew does have one set of tires, so. Green flag is out and we are underway here at USA International Speedway. Ania Scola quickly takes the lead as you can see we're 3 wide. Easy there. Merle McGuire on the outside. 16 of Chris Del Roe in the inside. He's still there with Aaron Kozak there on the inside. A little deeper back into the field. There's Marco Swift Ace of Blade. Once we go mainly single file, I will go through each car. So everyone can look at their name and paint scheme, car number. I know Tyler Commander at the tail end of the field. It's Ania Scola in control. Thomas Noble just lost the spot. Bob Harlow moves in. Well, he's hanging on in the inside there. He's trying to move up another spot. It's very tough to make the pass in the inside. It's all going to be about, in these races, especially once we start doing regular season races, a lot of it's going to come down to, do you have speed in the long run when your tires are very worn? Like, how well does your driver manage his tires? Ty Bird currently in 5th. Let's go through the field here. as Ania Scola is still in the lead. Bob Harlow in second. Lost City 1 and 2 right now. There is Thomas Noble in third. Krista Rowe in fourth. Will make that fifth as Ty Bird moves up into fourth. Reese in sixth. Aaron Kozak in seventh. William Thompson in eighth. Merle McGuire in ninth. Lotus Lee in 10th. Evan Ethel in 11th. Marco Swift in 12th. Skylar Stevens, he makes contact there with CJ Slava. But nothing happens there. Everything looks good. Skylar Stevens in 14th. In the outside, he's trying to battle CJ there. Now CJ's in 13th there. He continues to swap positions back and forth. Ace Blade in 15th. Mitchell O'Brien in 16th. Roland Woods in 17th. Chuck Hicks in 18th. Mason Stonewall in 19th. Justin Ringside in 20th. Up 6 spots. Stefan Forge in 21st. James Belt in 22nd. I gotta fix that car number. This car number is 64. Tyler Rogalski, 23rd. Zach Holdorf, 24th. Doug Britton, 25th. Tyler Commander, 26th. Luigi Romano rounds out your field in 27th. Ani in control of this race. Bob Harlow, his teammates, about 2 seconds behind. Give or take a few tenths there. So it's Lost City 1 and 2. Then it's Thomas Noble. He's back about 7/10 of a second. Thomas Noble on a new team with Spartan Racing, having a decent showing here in practice. As we got 8 laps to go, make that 7. Crystal Rowe in fourth. He's up 1 position. Aaron Kozak in 5th. Up 4 spots here with 6 laps to go. Yeah, Slinger is gonna be very interesting. It's the smallest track on the schedule. It's a very fast track for being only a quarter mile. There's gonna be so much traffic. Um, this is USA is one of the larger tracks we're gonna race at. The Phoenix will be the largest at the end of the season, last race of the season. That's a mile long. So if you don't do well in race one, this is a longer track. So we're gonna be doing tracks that are quarter mile, half mile, 3/4. I mean, it's a mix of all types of lengths. So it's if you don't do well on a large track like this one, you might do a lot better on a shorter track. It all depends on how your teams have set up your car. This is a totally different revamped system that we have. Drivers' relative skill just automatically increase as long as they're getting their check-ins the way they're supposed to. And drivers get older as we go. So that's going to be interesting. As Ani goes around the last two turns and gets the checkered flag and wins the practice race. Bob Harlow in second, Thomas Noble in third, Del Rowe fourth, Kozak in fifth, Easy sixth, Ty Bird seventh, Lotus Lee eighth, Evan Ethel ninth, and William Thompson rounds out your top 10 as the fireworks go off here at USA. But like what I was saying before, it's going to be interesting as drivers start to age. After each season, a driver's going to age by 3 years. So if you started with your driver being at 22 years old, next season he's going to be 25. And how the owners, how the teams start setting up these cars as these drivers start to age, it's going to be very interesting on how that plays out. And at halfway through the seasons, teams can make some major adjustments. So if your first half of the season isn't that great, the way it's set up, team owners are going to have plenty of points to really adjust your car as best as they can to try to get more speed off of it. So even if you don't have a great first half, you could definitely try to turn it around in the second half of the season. How these races are going to work, it's not going to be set days of when I'm going to do these streams. Because we don't have the old system of, every week we had to, save or use points and the team progressions. Since that's not happening this season, how it works is that halfway, for the ones that don't know, halfway through the season is when basically all the progressions are going to happen. So for the first 5 races, um, I could run these races whenever. So we're gonna be kind of like in a flex type of schedule. So that's gonna be the plan. So maybe one week we'll run a few races. Maybe the following week we just do two. It all depends, obviously, on my time as well. But that's the plan I have for how to run these races, which will benefit us as a whole because we could kind of get through the seasons a little faster. We don't have to wait a full week um, to run a run a race, um, so that part of it it's good. Um, so I look forward to the season getting going. Like I said, it's gonna happen start next week. I just don't have what day it's starting. Um, I'll have that for everyone sometime this weekend. But if you saw any mistakes today on your car, please let me know. It's a little harder to start changing stuff once we get going, so just let me know. You have a few days before the first race. But like always, thank you for supporting the stream and the league. I will see you guys next time.